let's get into Mr. Beast. So Jimmy Donaldson is getting canceled once again. Is he getting canceled? I don't even think he's getting canceled. I think getting canceled is a whole nother category. But yeah, no, this thumbnail looks crazy looking at it right now. I ain't gonna lie. So Mr. Beast made a video called Rescuing Child Slaves in Africa. Yeah, this is weird behavior. White savior complex. Thumbnail looks crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Is it depicting what the title says? Yes, it does. But certain imagery just still looks wrong. Certain imagery still looks wrong. But yeah, he has been under fire for this video. He has a philanthropy channel called Beast Philanthropy. And I do want to see if he still has it up like this. Excuse me. Can't speak today, y'all. Let's see if he still has. Oh, wow. He still has it up like this. I thought he would have changed it by now. I ain't gonna lie.
6 months.
I thought he would have changed it by now. Rescuing child slaves in Africa. Let's actually just watch it, because I honestly haven't watched it yet.
In Ghana, sadly, countless children are abandoned and fall victim to being captured as slaves to the fishing industry. And after speaking with countless locals, I came to the heartbreaking realization that being rescued is only the beginning of their struggle. Even for those fortunate enough to escape, years of relentless abuse and exploitation have left them in desperate need of medical care, yet there are no adequate facilities to provide the treatment they so urgently require. So we made it our mission to build a brand new surgical center in the heart of Ghana to combat the lack of medical care. To help survivors like these two brothers, Ernest and Richmond, who were sold as slaves after being abandoned by their parents and only rescued at the age of 16.
When our mom and dad give birth to us, we don't find them, and they leave us.
As slaves of the fishing industry, the two were separated and had to survive on their own, not knowing if they will ever see each other again.
Sometimes they will try to push you inside the water. If you don't know how to swim, then you are going to die. 20 of my friends, they all died.
But luckily, the two brothers were rescued by the Ghana Make a Difference Foundation, also known as GMAT.
Okay, so I've seen enough. I'm pretty sure Mr. Beast actually follows through on a lot of what he says here in this video. But I believe there's a little bit more. Okay. So let's just see what even the pushback is from a video format.
So here we go.
The biggest YouTuber in the world, MrBeast, just posted a video of him digging 100 wells in Africa. And I got to say, as an...
Oh, wait, is that another video? Did he do 2 videos? Hold on. Oh, so he did 2 videos. Okay, so he did that video on Beast Philanthropy, and then he also did this one called Watch This Video to Feed One Person in Need, which I'm gonna be honest with you is another Beast Philanthropy video. But okay, so he released the one on Beast Philanthropy and this video right here called Watch This Video to Feed One Person in Need. So let's go ahead and watch this video now to get a better understanding of what the pushback is.
An African myself, I'm not impressed because I am sick and tired of watching these palm-colored influencers using African villages as a stage for their white savior propaganda. Issues like poverty, disease, and bad drinking water are not exclusive to African regions. Flint, Michigan is a good example of an American city that got all 3 of those things.
All right, so he built wells in 5 countries: Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Somalia, and Cameroon. Now, of those 5 countries, I'm going to show you the highest GDP per capita and the lowest GDP per capita, and then I'm going to show you the GDP per capita of Flint, Michigan. Of the 5 African countries I listed, Kenya has the highest one with a GDP per capita of $2,081 US. Somalia has the lowest with a GDP per capita of 446 USD. Now let's look at the GDP per capita of Flint, Michigan. Oh, it's almost 30,000 US dollars. Oh, and on top of that, there are 500 million people in 19 African countries that are deemed water insecure. Water insecurity is defined as the lack of reliable sources of water of appropriate quality and quantity to meet the needs for local human population and environment. So there are more people in Africa that are lacking these basic needs than the entire population of the United States. There are about 330 million people in the US. So yeah, it makes sense for him to go do that in Africa and not in Flint, Michigan. Now, oh wait, but go ahead and show me the large group of people in Flint, Michigan who have to do this.
Teachers showed me where the students currently get their water, which is from this river. That's extremely unsafe to drink. This is where your students used to get water from?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah. You know, students complaining of diarrhea, infections like typhoid, because this is the water we've been using. So we try to treat, but you see, look at it.
Savior complex that he made up in his head about this situation, rather than being happy that Africans are being helped. We should be happy that 500,000 Africans now have access to clean drinking water. But no, we've got to throw a fit because MrBeast, who is white, went and helped Black people in Africa who have less access to clean water and less access to resources than he does. Oh gosh, his savior complex. It couldn't be that he just wanted to go help some people in need. No, it's him being a white savior. Pathetic. People are more eager to call out white people for helping Black people than to be happy for the Black people that are getting the help they need. Absolutely unbelievable. How dare MrBeast have that white savior complex and go help some people who are in need?
Jimmy Beast is a villain, bro. I don't know. I'm kidding. All right, let's see what else we got here. So a friend of the show, Tevin, also tweeted this out. I went and checked. This is real, LMAO. What are we doing? So MrBeast actually said something about this whole situation. My 2 worst performing videos this year are the ones where I help people. Just thought I'd share this because some people think I just do it for views, but I would get way more views if I didn't help thousands of people walk and give away 1 million meals. People would also hate me less, LOL. Doesn't matter though, I'm going to keep doing it because I'm the most subscribed YouTube channel in the world, and I believe using my platform to inspire people to do good is important. And I also like making these videos. So I think my stance on this situation is ultimately this is a net positive to me. And maybe as I talk through why I think that is, maybe it'll change. I don't know. But I think for me, my stance right now is that ultimately this is a net positive. Okay. So why is it even a net positive and just not a positive overall? Is because I think there's some like uncomfortable things that need to be talked about when it comes to this. So one is like the authenticity of it, right? Is MrBeast, would MrBeast do these things if they didn't get views, right? So MrBeast kind of just tackled that point in his tweet of like, yo, I'm not doing this for views. If anything, when I upload a video, it's a fucking 10 out of 10. So it's clearly not for views. I just want to help people. But yeah, I still think it kind of begs the question of like, if he could have made content from this, would he do all this philanthropy work? Because I think that's the thing about content specifically, the content world, is that especially when you do the content that MrBeast does, I mean, technically he could still do all of this philanthropy work behind the scenes and not make content from it. But I think there's also a fair case to be made of like, you know, him doing the content, making content from this is what's aiding in him being able to have these opportunities, being able to do all these different projects. Because, you know, I do believe in the idea of like, yo, if you want to help someone out, you don't got to record you helping someone out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it when people do that in public or in real life. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to help out a homeless person. You're trying to get money. You're trying to do this nice thing. But a camera got to be on, right? A camera got to be on. You know, it has to be recorded. Gotta flick up. Gotta flick up. But I feel like in most regards, bro, if you did something nice, just do it and keep it pushing. Because that shows me you truly did that from the kindness of your heart and not because you wanted validation or something in return. You know what I'm saying? But I think in this regard, it's also some of the tactics being involved. Because we know MrBeast. We know Jimmy. You know, we know James. We know he's the smartest in the game, all of that. So, you know, when you make thumbnails like this, like, I don't know. It's just something uncomfortable and unsettling about it, you know? Same thing with this. Like, I mean, technically, like, if the title of the video is Rescuing Child Slaves from Africa, the thumbnail looking like this is like, it explains what the fuck is gonna happen in the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, it explains what happens in the video, but it's just kind of like an uncomfortable, unsettling image. That's just, you know, that's being painted right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, again, it's just the nature of YouTube. The way this motherfucker thinks, it's on some, what's the title and thumbnail that's gonna make me views? And I understand that, you know, he just said these videos don't get views, but still, you know, this is the process of a YouTuber. How do we maximize the views of this video so that, you know, we get the most views, we get the most outreach, we get the most money, this, that, and the third. And for that whole process, for you to think, okay, next banger video, rescuing child slaves in Africa. But yeah, so just in this whole process of like, okay, what's gonna be a banger video? Let's rescue some child slaves in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just like an unsettling feeling through the process of creating this video. This is the mindset frame that you gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? But I think ultimately, I'm still on some, at the end of the day, the means justify the ends. I don't know if that's how the saying goes, of like, yes, the process is uncomfortable. Yes, like, the imagery is weird. But at the end of the day, people in need got the help that they needed. You know what I'm saying? And I think to a degree, that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. For me. Maybe that's a bad way of looking at it. But, you know, especially in these situations where, you know, the government ain't stepping in and stuff like that. Like, to paint MrBeast as like a villain in this regard, I think is OD. Not saying that everyone is doing that, but it's that to the people who are, I think it's OD. And ultimately, I think it's a net positive. It's very bad taste without thinking about the potential negative context of what the thumbnail conveys. They can never make me hate them. I don't know. I don't know if y'all watch Beast Games. I don't know if y'all watch Beast Games. Like, he is definitely, MrBeast is definitely good at being as extreme as he gets, as he can be, for the sake of entertainment, without ever crossing the line of being too extreme for the sake of entertainment, if y'all get what I'm saying. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Because if y'all watch Beast Games, which, by the way, fire show, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? He got me hooked all 7 episodes, however many there was. Like, really, I would recommend for y'all to watch it. A very, very interesting watch. He is very good at walking that line of being entertaining and doing everything for the content without crossing the line, but walking on that line. You know what I'm saying? Because in a lot of, in those challenges, I understand it's a game show, you know, and that's the mask, that's low, for lack of a better term, the excuse in this instance. But there were a lot of things, a lot of uncomfortable things that MrBeast made these people do that legitimately were life-changing things that were like psychological fucking, like, I don't even know if it would be classified as psychological bullying, but it just kind of bothered me how, like, he got motherfuckers doing all this crazy shit and he just had a grin on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole time. People are literally crying because they're losing a chance to win $5 million. You know, No, people's lives could have been changed with this money. People's lives are being changed with this money. One gotta win, one gotta lose. You know, a lot of like psychological shit. And through all of it, Jimmy just gotta smile. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy just gotta, that was crazy. That was great. Good job, y'all. You know, and that's where, I don't know. I mean, is the money supposed to be free? No. I mean, listen, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, it's hard to explain. And again, I think Jimmy and his team is so good at this content shit that they know exactly where the line is, you know, and they will never cross it, but they will always be on it. It's just one of those things where, like, there's something weird about it, but you can't put your finger on it. And if you do try to put your finger on it, you become the bad guy for putting your finger on it. Because in actuality, he actually is doing a lot of good. And now that I'm even talking about it, I sound like a fucking hater saying the things that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is not the first time Jimmy is going to go through these conversations. It is not the last time as well. Yeah, we'll just kind of see.